say?
I'm going to hell! What is going on, you guys? It's Extreme here, and I am back as I am every fucking day. Yes, I said fucking. With another episode of Road to Max Prestige. Now, yesterday I told you guys that today I was going to be talking about my time working at Target. Yes, at one point in my life, back in 2002 to be exact, I worked for Target. Yeah, that Target, you know, the retail store? Yeah, that one. And I know I've told you guys about the fact that I worked there before, but I never really shared the experience. So I thought I would do something a little different for a change. And I would actually share with you guys what it was like for me to work there. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about my time at Walmart, at Target, and I'm gonna share a couple stories with you guys. So first off, I want to put this little disclaimer out there so I don't get in any kind of trouble or piss off any potential sponsors or any of that fun shit or advertisers. When I worked at Target, it was 2002. So this was a while ago, all right? Policies have probably changed, attitudes have changed, so on and so forth. So keep that in mind. Yeah, what I'm telling you guys now probably is no longer an issue, but then again, who knows? So the very first thing I want to note is that when I worked at Target, the company was highly run by a female demographic. Now, I got nothing wrong with that, but yeah, they weren't very kind to anyone that wasn't in their clique or that didn't kiss their ass or some other form of, you know, ass kissery, if you know what I mean, or fuckery. Anyways, so basically the store was there is hostile territory at times, man. And I actually found myself on numerous occasions on the wrong side of the field, if you will, between management and certain members of the staff, to the point where I actually was threatened on about 3 different occasions with termination if I didn't see things a certain way. That's not a joke. I legitimately was threatened with termination by management if I didn't side with them. Or I was also threatened at one point because I was trying to go to graveyards. I was actually told that if I didn't stop talking to a certain employee, I wasn't going to go to graveyards. I needed to go to graveyards. So it was a real shady store, the one I worked at. And I worked at the one, I'm going to go ahead and put this on blast. Fuck it, I don't care. I worked at the one over by the sports arena here in San Diego. So, yeah, the store it had issues, man. It was a fun experience, though. I will say that. When all the bullshit wasn't going on, it was fucking fun, man. I mean, I had hot chicks all the time around me. You know, we're close to the beach and SeaWorld, so, you know, good-looking women in bikinis, or bikini tops at least, would be coming in from time to time. That was a rarity, but when it happened, oh, good Lord. Thankfully, it wasn't the Walmart crowd. You know, let's be real. Anybody who's ever been to a Walmart or seen the stories or pictures of Walmart know what the Walmart crowd essentially looks like. And I'm not knocking anyone who shops at Walmart. I shop at Walmart, but I'm not I go to Walmart for everything type of shopper, okay? So, yeah, those people scare me. And we did have those when I worked there. We actually, you know, it's near the sports arena, and there is a lot of homeless people that live in that area. So you would deal with transients all the time. It would get annoying and frustrating. For me, though, when I was there, that wasn't anything I had to constantly worry about. I pretty much just sat in the back and pretended to know what the fuck I was talking about, because they didn't really train me on anything. It's like, okay, this is what you do. You stand here, you answer questions. If someone needs help looking for something, you go get it, yada, yada, yada. All right. But what about the products? What about the products? Does it matter? Really? All right, whatever. And that was how it went. Seriously. So if you came in and you asked me, well, what does this do? I have no fucking clue. I kid you not. I actually said that on numerous occasions. Luckily for me, I always ended up finding customers that would find that humorous, that I was at least honest with them. And I never sugarcoated anything because I didn't care about making sales. I wasn't paid on commission. I was paid hourly. So even if I was paid on commission, I guess I would be broke fucking Mexican, because I couldn't lie to people. Oh yeah, it does this. It's perfect for you. No, I couldn't do that. I hate people that do that, and yet, yeah, no, couldn't do it. So, besides the BS, there was a lot of cool things that happened when I worked there. There's also some other shit. And I want to step away from Target as a whole for a moment and talk about the time in my life that was going on. As you guys may know, if you've been following for a while, I was homeless during this time. Me and my whole family. Really shitty experience. Don't recommend it. Seriously. Pay your rent. Don't piss anybody off. And yeah, stay out of trouble. Yeah, that works. But I had a girlfriend at the time when all this went down, and I think I've talked about this before, but she wound up cheating on me with one person and then leaving me for a chick. And there ain't a goddamn thing I could have done about it because I was fucking homeless. And she didn't tell me until, you know, she'd made up her mind that she was going to leave me because the fact that, you know, I wasn't talking to her every single day and blah, 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 blah. Hey, that's what happens when you don't have a phone. So, yeah, it was a real shady situation. And that was one of the things during that time that made working at Target really difficult. I actually found out when I was at work, because I got off work, I went on my break actually, and I went to go and give her a call because I was able to get a cheap little prepaid cell phone. They just started coming out with them at that point. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna call my girl, you know, I'll let her know what's going on, I'll explain everything, you know, we'll set up a time I come see her. Yeah, wasted $50 on this phone. $50. Spent 5 minutes on it. I never used the phone again. Yeah. The one upside to working there, though, was I got paid every week, which when you're homeless, having money in your pocket every Friday is a blessing in disguise. Seriously, I didn't realize how lucky I was to have weekly paychecks until all that shit went down. But what else happened? Oh yeah, I had some of the coolest coworkers, man. I mean, people who I wish I was still in contact with a lot of them. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but when I worked there was this girl who I was really digging on, dude. Like, this was after, you know, I'm now officially single. It don't matter if I'm talking to another girl or not. It don't matter if I'm even, you know, coordinating, maybe hang out with another girl, if you know what I mean. I was always a very faithful boyfriend, by the way. Still am to this day. So I'm talking to her and everything's going great and she's interested, and you know, she's a little nutty, but it's tolerable nutty. It's kind of that nutty that you can go, okay, you know what? I can put up with this shit because it's worth it, you know? I don't know how else to explain it. She's fucking gorgeous. Beautiful woman. She was like 2 years older than me. She had, like I said, she had a kid. Real cool. And remember that whole, I had to, you know, I was threatened with termination or having something taken from me. Yeah. I was actually told by my manager, because my manager didn't like her. One bit. But she couldn't fire her. I was told if I continued to talk to her, I was going to get fired. Well, I didn't really heed the warning, and I didn't get fired, but when I did get moved to graveyards, I was immediately basically labeled like, yeah, we need to fire him, so whatever you got to do, fire him. Now, I know this for a fact, as I would later find out from certain employees who are no longer with the company as well. They got access to some intel, and they let me know, like, dude, you and your brother were set up. Because my brother was fired for really bullshit reasons as well. And I basically quit. I just stopped showing up for work because I was tired of the bullshit. And, you know, you can only be threatened with your job so many times before you're like, you know what? I don't need this job that much. And that's why I just said, fuck it, I'm done. Peace, bitches. I actually remember, literally, I remember the day I decided it. I'd been on overnights for about a month and a half, and I just kind of hit a point where I was just, I'm good, I'm done. Fuck this bullshit. And I pulled the trigger, and I stopped going to work. Literally, I gotta go to work. I don't gotta go to work. Fuck work. What's work? Oh, Target? Yeah, no, fuck that place. Never going back again. And I never did. And I went in to get my final check, and they tried to tell me that, you know, this is why I'm being let go. And I'm like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You threatened me with my job. I should sue you guys. They're like, what? I'm all, yeah, I have a fucking recording of it. And I think there was just a car accident outside. Awesome sauce. I kind of don't want to go look because I fear bad things happening to family. Because you guys might know I live near my brother. So, yeah. Remember I was saying the other day I love care packages? That's why I like them. In this game, oh, this is bullshit. This kill streak needs a buff. This kill streak needs a motherfucking buff, dude. It needs an armor buff. This thing is so fucking weak. Like, you can be taken out so easily with this thing. I stepped away from the mic a little bit. But yeah, guys, so basically my time at Walmart, or why do I keep wanting to say Walmart? At Target was quite possibly the shittiest experience I've ever had. I don't recommend anybody get a job at Target unless you are absolutely desperate for money. Now that is my honest opinion, and I stand by that statement, you guys. Like, my time at Target was just bad, all around. Now I know the company has changed, and I know the policies of the company have changed, but ultimately, yeah, unless you really need the money, just don't do it. Just don't do it. You'll be a lot happier if you don't. Anyways, I probably have other stories I could share, but those are the things that came off the top of my head, and I thought I'd talk about it a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, and I'm not always going to give you guys, excuse me, a heads up of what the next episode is going to contain, but I still have a bunch of things I'm going to be talking about. I kind of mentioned some of them already. I just don't know what exactly. I got an idea, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. This episode is rapidly coming to an end. I will see you guys tomorrow for another one. If you did enjoy the episode, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you could, hit that like, share, or favorite button. I'd appreciate it. Until next time, adios. For a second and goes, are you buying? Yeah. All right, let's do it. And I kid you not, for about 3 weeks straight, every Sunday, he and I would go and sit at the corner of our street in El Cajon Boulevard and watch the hookers get picked up. And we would laugh at it. We found humor in it. We're like, you know, we would actually try to look and see who these Johns were. We weren't trying to help cops out, none of that shit. We were just finding humor in it because we noticed a trend real quick. Like, half of the fuckers that were picking up these chicks, I mean, I'm not a good looking dude by any stretch of the imagination, but these motherfuckers were ugly, and some of the chicks they picked up were questionable at best.